Let me start with something that you possibly only see in comedy movies. There were dead people who walked today in the Supreme Court. This happened during the hearing on the special intensive revision drive which is taking place in Bihar. The court was hearing that matter in which about 20 people from Bihar, those who have been declared dead in the Election Commission's records, the electoral rolls have been produced in the Supreme Court. All of them well and alive walked into the Supreme Court during the hearing while Mr. Yogendra Yadav brought them in. The Election Commission did not take it kindly. It said that they should be, in fact, right now trying to meet the officials and get the corrections done. But the fact is, this is just an example of how there are so many discrepancies and questions being raised as far as the SIR drive in Bihar is concerned. And overall, on the Election Commission, the court today was hearing an important issue. And during this, the court, in fact, sided with the Election Commission and said Aadhaar could, of course, not be taken as an identity document. The petitioners also said that the Supreme Court, in fact, needs to ask some tough questions as far as this Election Commission drive is concerned. So what happened today? Let me sum it up. My colleague Nupur is joining me at this moment. Nupur, I mean, it's absolutely out of movies, right? Dead people walking in while the Election Commission did not take kindly to it and wanted them to go and get the revisions done. But this also highlights the problems of this drive and the way things are happening.
Yes, Ankit, of course, this was just no less than a movie, straight out of a Bollywood movie scene when people who have been declared dead in the draft SIR roll that has been published on August 1 came to the Supreme Court to show themselves, to present themselves that they and along with them many such people are facing such kind of exclusion, unjust exclusion. However, the Election Commission's argument today was that this is just the draft roll. And now these people who might have been left out erroneously, they should first move to the Election Commission of India. They should present the documents, their identity proofs, and then proceed further. The Election Commission has contended that this list is not final, and they will be given a fair opportunity to be heard. Supreme Court, on the other hand, said that they appreciated Yogendra Yadav's effort to bring in all the arguments that he had presented today in the court. They also said that they don't have any problem if the citizen of the country is ready to approach the court and appear in person in front of the court. But the court said that remedial measures are there. If EC is not going to take it, if the petitioners have not approached the EC till now, then they will make sure that they intervene. The Supreme Court has assured that if they do not get remedy, they will intervene.
All right, so this hearing will continue as far as the court is concerned. Court even went on to say that as late as September, if they are not satisfied with the process, they will call off this entire rules that are being prepared by the Election Commission. Many questions. It's not just about inconveniencing these people, being declared dead in the draft roll and then they have to run pillar to post to try and prove that they're alive. But political, on the political side of things, the heat continues on the Election Commission. In fact, the TMC upped the ante today. Abhishek Banerjee, the leader of the TMC and the member of parliament, slammed the Election Commission over SIR and said if there are so many discrepancies, then dissolve the Lok Sabha and conduct a fresh poll with a fresh list. Listen it.
पहला कदम चुनाव आयोग का ये होना चाहिए कि अगर वोटर लिस्ट में कोई भी इरेगुलरिटी है तो भाई लोकसभा डिसॉल्व होनी चाहिए। आप लोकसभा डिसॉल्व करिए, पूरा देश में एसआईआर करिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। लेकिन एक सिलेक्टिव नहीं कर सकते ना कि गुजरात में एसआईआर नहीं होगा, गुजरात में वोटर लिस्ट ठीक है, उत्तर प्रदेश में वोटर लिस्ट ठीक है, मध्य प्रदेश में ठीक है और बंगाल में नहीं है, बिहार में नहीं है, तमिलनाडु में नहीं है। आपको पता है कि बिहार में अगर लोग वोटाधिकार अपना लोकतांत्रिक अधिकार प्रयोग करेंगे तो आप हारोगे, आप चुनाव जीत नहीं सकते लोकतांत्रिक तरीके से। तो आप लोग का जो हक है, जो डेमोक्रेटिक राइट है, वो छीनना चाहते हैं।
Go to Mr. Rahul Gandhi and say the first Karnataka government should resign, Telangana government should resign, Himachal Pradesh government should be dissolved immediately. Under which election commission they got elected? जिन्होंने पूरे पश्चिम बंगाल का डेमोग्राफिक चेंज कर दिया। There is an entire demographic design of West Bengal, what are districts, in change. खाली प्लॉट में कम से कम एक साथ 15 करोड़ 20 वोट करके रख दिया, ऐसा तो नहीं चल सकता। तो हम लोग इसके खिलाफ करेंगे। जो भी राहुल गांधी उन्होंने बोलना चाहते बोले।
All right, joining me now to discuss this more in detail about the political connotations and where does this fight go from here, Jayanto Ghoshal, senior journalist, consulting editor, NDTV. Jayanto, thank you so much for speaking to us. Let me begin by asking you first from Bengal itself. Abhishek Banerjee, jumping into the scene, upping the ante against the election commission because the fear is that after Bihar, West Bengal is next. How do you see this playing out electorally and politically in West Bengal?
Ante, thank you very much. I think you have covered very nicely and all the points. I think the ruling party, the opposition, but what Abhishek Banerjee has said today, it's very clear that now it's a political battle. Whether it's a routine, intensive revision of the election commission or not, how many dead voters are there and how you will manage the voter list just before the election. These are a lot of questions, but the political battle is that in place of Hindutva, in place of the other issues, now opposition is getting, their solidarity is more because everybody, there is a sense of insecurity that if BJP can remove lot of voters, their voters, then they have apprehensive and they are supporting each other. And Rahul Gandhi, he was not that sympathetic to TMC. And in election today also in West Bengal, there is a major rift between Congress and TMC, Congress and left, and that party is united. But Abhishek Banerjee, Ankit, I must say, that my personal opinion, he is better articulate than even Rahul Gandhi because Rahul Gandhi was saying that it is constitutional, it's not political. But I disagree because constitution is also a very important political document of our country.
Absolutely.
What Abhishek is saying, that is more, I think, intelligent and very important, that it should be irrespective of the regional, provincial identity.
Yes.
So if you want to revise if you want to change and reform the voter list, irrespective of the state and the ruling regime, you should do it in each and every. Why not in Gujarat?
So they are in fact, what Rahul Gandhi and the opposition Dada seems to be suggesting, and even what Abhishek Banerjee is saying, that if there are discrepancies, do a whole India sort of a revision. Don't only in the electoral states or the states going into election. But let me ask you this. Despite their differences in the past and in West Bengal, the opposition seems to be coming together. There was a big show of strength also yesterday when all of them marched towards the election commission. Opposition seems to have found this as the central pivot of some unity around which they are running this campaign in their states and across the country. Do you see this, even widening? Because people have also started talking about it. It's just not about Bihar and West Bengal. It is a point of conversation all across.
Ankit, frankly speaking, that this solidarity, it is in the monsoon session, and after this winter session will come. But when the Bihar election will come, where is TMC in Bihar? When the Tamil Nadu election will take place, where is RJD in Tamil Nadu? So I think this solidarity, in the national solidarity of the opposition, you need before 2029. And today, it's a state-wise provincial elections will come. And this solidarity, what we have seen yesterday, this is a very important in the parliament session, because this is the role of opposition. In fact, I think that opposition was completely, inactive. There was no solidarity, there was no coordination, there was no seat sharing. And, in Maharashtra also, we know what is the role of Congress. And Congress is now, I think, the role of Congress nationwide, it's a very insignificant. But now Rahul Gandhi is trying to be relevant in the national spectrum. But Abhishek Bandyopadhyay, he is trying to, and he has become the Lok Sabha party leader of TMC. That also
right.
we should remember. So now the role of Abhishek, the importance of being Abhishek Banerjee in Trinamool Congress and the national spectrum, it is important. And what Rahul Gandhi did yesterday, I think after a long time, but this, what you are saying, this solidarity is in the state assembly election,
Right.
the taste of the pudding will be eating, and Tejashi Yadav
Absolutely.
has to prove to combat BJP and not the other parties.
Right.
So I think it will be more important and relevant how long this solidarity will consistent and continue. That has to be
so
seen.
whether this is just seasonal, whether this is just parliament session to parliament session, or can this become a national campaign of the opposition together against the BJP? Because we have seen the contradictions within the opposition camp as well, time and again. Only time will tell. But at this moment, this seems to be the pivot around which the opposition seems to be taking on the BJP. Dada, thank you so much for speaking to us at this moment. With that, we are slipping into a short break. Coming back with much more on the other side. Stay tuned.